Good evening, friends. Today I'll be taking you through our next chapter, the new book reading that is Corporate Chanakya. A Corporate Chanakya is a book which is basically given the examples of the recent corporate, how the corporate functions are working, how they are motivating the people, how what other things are very important. So today I'll be taking you through the corporate powers. What are the corporate's power, right? So there are the three to four corporates power. First will be the intellectual power. Third is the manpower, then financial power, right? And last is the enthusiasm power. So in first I'll tell you what exactly the intellectual power. As you know that intellectual power is basically the knowledge, right? So what is your knowledge? How you evaluate the things, how you project your things, how you put forward your things in front of the people, right? And how you motivate your subordinate. So that is what the intellectual power. In intellectual power, I'm giving you an example. So like in the corporate, like an executive, right? So executives, the CEOs and all that people, they are also evaluating on the basis of the knowledge, right? What is their knowledge? How they have bring the another companies on the forefront, and the current company, how they can become the bigger in the market. That is intellectual power. Now the second is the manpower. Manpower is a very important factor, right? So in manpower, it's divided into two parts: the internal customer and the external customer, right? So what are the internal customer? Internal customer is our director, our CEOs, our employees, right? These are the internal customer. What are the external customer? External customer is the shareholders, supplier, and our customer. These are the external customer. So as per the Peter Drucker, he has given one thing that internal customer, like an internal employee or the marketing person, if he has come up any product, that product should be sells itself. What do you mean by that? So if I am launching any product in the market, we don't require any kind of a things like some of the advertisement is okay, but not a give and take policy, right? So product should be taken by the customer. So we have to understand the customer very well. If the marketing person knows the customer very well, he can sell his product. Now the third is financial power. Financial power is very important for any organization. Now, if the organization wants to go on the greater height, so what require a finance, right? And finance is very important factor to grow. Now, how the financial power has been increased? If we are giving a good growth to the organization, that growth will be converted into the profit, and that profit can be shared with the shareholder, and also shareholder can add their amount, and they can increase the support for the organization. That way the financial power has will increase, and this financial power, whatever the profits that the company or organization can put in the research and development, employee engagement, employee improvement, right? These are the factors. So that way they can increase the financial power. Now the last is enthusiasm power. Enthusiasm power. It's a very important, right? Friends, in enthusiasm is basically the director or leader of the organization, how he motivate their employees or their colleagues in the organization, how they maintain the environment in the organization so that they can grow, they can increase their support, and they can do work well. That is the enthusiasm power. So these are the four key parameters of the power of the corporate. First is intellectual power, then manpower, then financial power, and enthusiasm power. These are the four factors which are very important in the corporate power. So friends, just think of that that whenever any organization has been growing, anyone is being I want to grow. So these are the four powers are very important, right? Thank you, friends. Any views on the video, please share your comments. Thank you.